Hello and welcome on back to another Naruto video. In today's one, we're looking at the brand new TMNT and Naruto issue number 2. And this issue was one which I was really looking forward to just because I really loved the first issue, the designs and everything about it with the action. It just really got me excited to see more from this universe and its crossover and stuff like that. Now going into this one, I was looking forward to it quite a lot. But I'd say that after reading it, there was a lot of aspects which I do really enjoy about this issue, such as them like merging like different aspects or different versions of Turtles with the history, which I really did enjoy how they were able to merge it together to create something different and new and unique. Meanwhile, at the same time, I do feel as though like this issue was a little bit lacking in terms of some elements, such as like the action side of things, and like knowing that this is like a 4-issue miniseries, I do find it hard to see like where they're gonna be taking the story next with only like 2 issues like left. So I'm a bit curious about that, but I'm not too sure what to really make of it so far. So actually let's go on with this one. So for the most part, there's not really too much to really talk about with this issue, just because for like a majority of this one, it's just the characters are talking and they go to the lair. And then after that, Schroeder shows up. There's not really too much to really talk about for this issue, unlike last issue where there's a lot to talk about. So, oh boy, So with the first bit, we do get to see one of the characters from Naruto. He's talking to Splinter, and he goes on to say that like Hamato was like one of the best fighters in all like this world, and he saw him fighting and he was really amazed by him, and he was a bit confused that like Splinter wasn't like Hamato. And Splinter's going to explain a little bit about his backstory, and we do find a little bit more about it later. But for the bit which he does go on to talk about, he goes on to say that like Hamato was him, and he was like his pet rat and all that kind of stuff. And I do enjoy this just because it's like merging like different aspects of like these like because with this like backstory of Splinter, they're merging like the A7 oh god, merging the A7 backstory with him, with Shredder, as well as the Mirage stuff, and I think it worked like really well, surprisingly. And yeah, so after that, the Turtles do decide to take the Naruto team to the lair, and this one do get to see him have a little bit of fun. There wasn't really too much to this bit here. I mean, it was quite cool to see Naruto going around, like playing with Mikey and his games, and then Raph and the girl they were training. It was like a lot of like fun stuff, which I feel like would have been like a lot more cool to see them actually interact and actually talk about, because instead we only got like one page of all this kind of stuff. I'm not complaining too much because I really did enjoy this, but at the same time, I feel like had they had more like I don't know. I feel like had they had like one more issue, I feel like they would have had like this time to really properly interact. And it's a real shame because I feel like some of this stuff would have been really entertaining to see, but we don't unfortunately get to see that. So yeah. And then they do go on to talk a little bit about some backstories. So so for like one of the Naruto characters, he's talking to Splinter, saying that Naruto, he was, I think it was cursed or something along those kind of lines, from what I can gather. And now he carries a curse from a fox, and now because of that, a village hates him, and he wants to try to earn their respect and love, from what I can gather. However, Naruto doesn't know about this, so I'm just really confused on what went down in like Naruto universe. I feel like I'm missing a lot of key information, but I mean I'm not too fussed to actually learn about it. But yeah, so after that we do get a little bit more backstory about April, the Turtles, and this stuff was like stuff which I was really curious about. And this bit we do get to see the origin of Hamato and like Shredder's like more or less relationship. And Shredder was basically a student to Hamato, and then one night Shredder goes in, he kills Yoshi, and there's blood on him, and I must admit I was really surprised by that with how dark it was, like a full assassination, a murder, like. Oh wow, I wish we could have seen a lot more of this, because, I mean, maybe not because, I don't know, it's a kids franchise, but, oh boy, that would have been, like, really great to see actually get killed. So maybe it was for the best so it didn't show it all. But yeah, and then they also go on to explain, backstory with Turtles and Splinter, and there wasn't really too much to this bit here. It's just like basic stuff where it's been to train the turtles went out to sort the foot, yeah. And then after that, we do get to see April. She shows up and she was doing research on Bag Stockman. And Bag Stockman wasn't getting his funding by a university, so he went to the Foot Clan. And one night, the Foot Clan went in to try and steal it, but the Turtles were there. And this is where they met April. And I was under the assumption that the Turtles had known April for quite a while. I want to say like a few years or like quite a few months or something along those kind of lines. Not like very recently they've known each other, because it feels like a lot like, oh, like what a coincidence, like all these characters, like, you know, the Turtles are meeting up with April again and all that kind of stuff. And with their relationship with like knowing Valer, I don't know, it just feels a little bit like rushed, I feel like. But I feel like had I had more time to properly expand upon all this, maybe it might not have been as bad. But the way that I'm viewing it now, it does feel like it's been a bit too rushed. But after that, we do get to see the Turtles and Naruto. They decide to go out for pizza because Naruto's never had pizza, and that's when we do get to see a like a lair attack, and this one's done by the Foot. And we do get to see April and Splinter. They decide to stay behind, and they are attacking the Foot. And then Splinter's like, "Oh, you dare come into my home? Oh, you dare attack me? Oh my god!" And then Shredder's like, "Yeah, I dare." And so. I mean, this is the part where I do feel like things are very rushed. Maybe not rushed is the right word I would use, but like, I feel like this is like the part where I'm really like confused as to where they could take the story next that actually feels good, because with like they only having 2 issues left, I'm not too sure how they're gonna be like doing a full story with only 2 issues left with this bit here, because it feels like they're gonna be rushing everything in the next 2 issues. And something which I'm a bit fearful for, because I'm really loving this series so far. I don't want it to be ruined, but I guess we'll wait and see about that. But even with like Shredder's design, I don't think it's as good as like the other characters. I feel like this one was definitely a bit more of a letdown. I feel like that may be more the reason why is because he doesn't have his helmet, and like that's a key part of Shredder. And yes, it's gone, so that bit's a little bit sad. But I've got a feeling he might put one on. But I'll say that overall for the design, it's just okay. I don't think this one is as impressive as all the other ones, but it's still enjoyable to look at nonetheless. But yeah, so overall I'd say that this issue was pretty entertaining and pretty great. We're seeing the backstory with Turtles, Yoshi, Splinter, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just very like scared with like where we're gonna be taking this like series next, because as much as I love this series, but it only has 2 issues left, and I'm not too sure where they could be taking this story next, and that's something which I'm a bit fearful for, because I want it to be good, but looking at other issues that I made recently with the Turtles, I can't say that I'm optimistic that much, so yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's it for today, guys. If some, please share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.